Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you guys are doing wonderful. I've got an interesting video for you. Today I want to talk about two lights that are Black Scout Survival version 4 lights. Okay, so starting here on the right, we have the Wowtac BSSV4, and on the left, we have the Thrunite BSSV4. Now, some of you might wonder what the differences are in these lights, and I'm going to try to explain all of this to you in this video. They are almost identical, but there are big differences. So I'm going to go through them and talk about those differences. So let's start right off the top with the price. We will start with the Thrunite BSS V4. You can get it in two different colors. You can get it in black or you can get it in desert tan. If you pick this up in black, you're looking at 59 bucks. And if you get it in desert tan like you see here, you're looking at 65 bucks. And both of them you can see have the Black Scout Survival logo on them. Now if we come over to the Wowtac BSS V4, the price is also 59 bucks for black. Now let's talk about the modes of operation and let me get into the differences of those modes of operation. So starting with the Wowtac, we're going to talk about Firefly, which is the lowest mode. This is 0.32 lumens, and it'll last for 56 days. That's a remarkable runtime. Now, if we come over to the Thrunite, it's 0.54 lumens, and it also lasts 56 days. So you get a little bit brighter of a moonlight mode on the Thrunite version. Now, if we talk about low, we're going to start here at 33 lumens on the Thrunite. That'll last for 2.32 days. If we go to the Wowtac on low, we're reducing down to 25 lumens and 2.31 days. Now let's go on up to medium here. On the Wowtac on medium, 286 lumens for 4.5 hours. And then if we go to the Thrunite, we're going to bump that up to 350 lumens for also 4.5 hours. Now if we move up to high on the Wowtac, we're going to 1087 lumens, and that will last for 3 minutes before it gets too hot, and then it'll reduce itself down to 535 lumens for 2.23 hours. So again, 535 lumens after step down. Now if we go to the Thrunite, we're at 1426 lumens, so quite a bit brighter, and then a little over 2 minutes, and then it'll step down to 634. So a little over 100 lumens, about 99 lumens more after step down, and then 2.5 hours. So 2.26 here and 2.5 here, a little bit more runtime after step down at a higher step down. Okay, so let's go to turbo. Turbo is 1785 on the Wowtac. That's for 2 minutes. And then to prevent the overheating, once again, it drops down to 485 lumens for 2.23 hours. And on the Thrunite, we have a quite a bit bigger turbo. We have 2523 lumens for a little over 2 minutes. Then it drops down to 614 for 2.45 hours. Now the key of both of these lights is if you want the higher mode after step down, don't do it from turbo, do it from high. So talking about that one more time, if we step down from high here, we will step down to 535 versus stepping down from turbo to 485. Now over here on the Thrunite, talking about high, if we step down from 1426, we're going to go down to 634. That's from high. Okay, now if we step down from turbo, we're going to 614. So it's a little bit higher after step down, doing it on both of these lights from high, not from turbo. They both have a strobe function. The Wowtac has a strobe of 935 lumens, and it'll last 2.46 hours. So very impressive. If you look at the Thrunite, we have 1200 lumen strobe, and it'll last even longer, 3.5 hours. So you got 2.46 hours versus 3.5 hours at a higher lumen level. So now this next thing is a big difference here. Let's talk about the throw of these lights. Let's look at the Wowtac. We're going to have a distance of throw of 322 meters. So a very impressive throw here. If we look at the Thrunite, the throw is considerably less, 250 meters of throw. You would have thought that the Thrunite would have had more throw, but what they did with this light is they made it more of a floody style beam versus the Wowtac, which is more of a spot type beam. So the beam patterns are quite different on these lights. And now if you want to look at the Thrunite, and let's talk about the candela rating, we're looking at 15,750. So again, 15,750 on the candela, where if we move up to the Wowtac, the candela is much higher, 26,000 on the candela rating. Now both of these lights are impact resistant to 1.5 meters. They are both IPX8 waterproof down to 2 meters. Now the Wowtac operates on an XHP35 high LED, and the Thrunite operates on an SST70 LED. Now both of these lights have the identical working voltage, anywhere from 2.7 all the way up to 8.4 volts on both of these lights, which I really like, because what that'll do is that'll give us the option to not only run a single 18650, but we can also run dual CR123s out of these lights, and we're within the parameters of the working voltage of these lights. So very cool. Now if we want to talk about the dimensions of the light, they are identical on the dimensions. They are 146.5 millimeters long. The widest diameter of the body of the light is 28 millimeters, and then the battery tube portion of the light diameter is 25.4 millimeters. That's identical on both of these lights. The dimensions are the same. Now if we talk about the weight of the light without the batteries, we're looking at 98 grams on the Wowtac and a little bit lighter of 91 grams on the Thrunite. Now both of these lights operate and come with the exact same battery. They both come with a Wowtac 18650 battery operating at 3100 milliamp hours. So it's a wash as far as the battery is concerned. Now they both have a micro USB cable to charge them. They both have indicators that tell you the charging status. It'll be red when it's charging, blue when charging is complete. It'll show a purple indicator if there's abnormal charging. Okay, and you can access Firefly or low from both of these lights while you're charging them. So very cool. Now both of these lights also have a lockout function. So basically you'll push and hold the button down until you get to Firefly, and then from Firefly you'll let off the button, and then you'll push and hold it again until Firefly disappears, and then both of these lights are locked out. They both have tail cap switches that go straight to turbo. Again, the main difference is the run times and the distance of throw. The accessories that come with both of these lights is identical. You get the red reflector for both of these lights. You get the little package that has the lanyard. It has the replacement tail cap switch button rubber. It also has the O-ring, and it has a replacement cover for the charge port. In fact, there's 2 of them in there. And then it also, both lights come with the USB cable. So you got a USB 2 to a micro USB to charge those lights. They both come with a holster, and again, the holster is identical for both of these lights. The price point is the same if you get the black, but again, the big difference is, do you want the thrower or do you want the floody type beam? So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope pointing these differences out helped you out. Please feel free to leave comments down below, like this video, share this video. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.